see it.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. It is your boy Charlie Bahama, and we are once again here at Art Basel, Art Miami Week, everything. And we started it off, we're going to kick it off right here at Claire Oliver's gallery. Our friend Claire Oliver, and you know
Hey, Charlie, can I get you a little whiskey from Rabbit Hole?
All right, yeah, a little whiskey for us to start this off. Cheers to you, and congratulations on once again having a fabulous, fabulous show down here in Miami. Now we're here at Overtown, right? You sort of invaded Overtown for a week. Tell us a little bit about what's going to happen here.
Right. Well, you know, we've been 20 years doing shows down here in Miami, and we felt that it's time after COVID to really kick it up a couple notches, do something out of the box, celebrate life, have a concert with Moo Fresh, have a fashion show with the fabulous Bruce Glen, bring some art to Overtown, and really just have a big celebration of life and party.
Yeah, it is fabulous. And of course, our really good friend, Swaby is in the house once again, so we're just so happy to have her on the show. We're going to interview her. We're going to have Bruce Glen on, those fabulous twin designers.
Yes, twins from Harlem.
And of course, Claire Oliver, your gallery is in Harlem as well.
We're in Harlem as well, yeah. So, yeah, we're bringing a little touch of Harlem.
All right.
Harlem of the South.
Harlem of the South, and that's what Overtown used to be called, Harlem of the South. But also, we're going to be going over and see other Bahamian artists who are around at this Art Basel week, okay? So we're going to have so many fantastic Bahamian artists on this show. So fun on Charlie Bahama. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. And brought to you by Superwash, where they washes you, dries you, presses you 24/7. And the Family Islands of the Bahamas, where Bahamas residents can fly free to the Family Islands with the 2 Fly Free promotion. Just go to bahamasresidents.com for more information. And your Bahamian Connection VIP Sean at Toyota of Hollywood. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Keep up with all things Charlie Bahama by following Charlie Bahama on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get behind-the-scenes access to Bahamian and international celebrities, along with travel info, tips, photography, and video. Like, share, and follow Charlie Bahama on all social media platforms. And subscribe to our Charlie Bahama YouTube page to catch up on all past episodes and bonus clips. You can also go to charliebahama.com anytime. We always keep the lights on. The Charlie Bahama Show. All that same flair with a little less hair.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here at Superwash. And you know how Superwash always have the latest and greatest model of washer and dryer? Well, they thought it's about time they get the latest supermodel as well.
Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Charlie Banana. Just because Superwash always changing and upgrading their machines, I mean they gotta change those spokesman. They got the newest washer and dryer, and they always upgrading all their locations. And these 2 models, they ain't gonna change. Superwash, they wash you, cleans you, presses you 24/7.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and we are here with our friend from last year, Swaby, in the house again at the Claire Oliver Gallery. But you brought 2 friends along, and this is some serious color. I mean, which one thing doesn't belong here? But man alive, we got Bruce, Glen. You guys look alike. Bruce?
Mm-hmm. We're twins, and I'm Glen.
Bruce Glen. Okay, so I got Bruce Glen. Okay, and so it's the Bruce Glen Charlie Geo show today. Okay. Now, Gio, first of all, it's so good to have you back again. And you're back here in Miami for the Art Basel, Art Miami, Art everything over here with Claire Oliver. And you did so well last time. But now tell me about this collab. How did this happen?
Well, we got connected through the gallery, Claire, but it was really funny because probably a couple of weeks before, I found your website and I was like, I gotta take out a loan to afford this stuff. Like, I was adding everything to cart, so it was so exciting that they wanted to work together and collaborate, and it was just like the best experience.
Wow. And your story too, I mean, is sort of magical.
Oh man, we had a long journey in the fashion industry. We started interning for House of Darion, Beyonce's line. And we worked for just about every urban celebrity brand you can think of as a design team. Mm-hmm.
Wow, so now tell me about this collaboration. I mean, because you guys, I've seen a lot of your work is just splash in color. And then I love the fact that you have on here some of Gio's art. Like, how was it to collaborate with an artist?
It's amazing.
Man.
I mean, it was truly a collaboration. We had been discussing, oddly enough, going to Art Basel. This is our first Art Basel, and working with artists and our stuff being in museums. So I feel like working with Gio, we're a step closer to that. So it was a dream come true. It was just everything aligned perfectly.
I am so jealous because...
Well, listen, you don't have to be. It's on sale tonight, so you can walk away tonight with some of this collaboration.
All right. Now tell people where they can also get not only this, but also any of your other work too.
You can shop Bruce Glen at Saks, at Shop Bop, at Bloomingdale's, Neighborhood Goods.
At Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix.
And somewhere else very special very soon.
Yes, we can't say anything. We signed an NDA.
All right. Well, NDAs usually mean money. So the other thing is, though, can they go to bruceglen.com?
Go to bruceglen.com. We always forget that one.
Right.
But yeah, bruceglen.com.
Okay, I'll have that underneath here so everybody can see. This is huge. I mean, I really love what you're doing. I've always loved it. And it is amazing. And don't forget, remember, if any of them are single from the last time. Those are her sisters. But anyway, what else are you moving towards after this?
Well, this for me was also a huge goal and dream come true to work with this brand. Like, this has been something I've been thinking about for a while because you can see my work is very fashion focused. So honestly, just appreciating what we have done together. Like, I feel like what we made together is so joyful, and I feel like exactly what's needed right now. And I just want to celebrate that.
Y'all look like those smiles. Y'all look like y'all could be, brother and sister. So this is, yeah. So now, have y'all been to the Bahamas before?
Have we? Yeah,
I
but
think so.
like resorty, like Coco Cay. But
we haven't been to the Bahamas.
You gotta go. You gotta let the Swaby take you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Charlie Bahama, meaning my last name being Bahama. So
you're
we'll take you.
Bahamian too. Oh, I didn't.
I am Bahamian, Charlie Bahama. I am they named the Bahamas after me.
Oh, okay.
No, but listen, for sure, we want y'all to come over and we're going to take care of your Bahama style, not Junkanoo Beach and Coco Cay. I don't even know if we can go to Coco Cay.
I'm writing it down.
All right.
We're buying our tickets tonight.
All right, so y'all go now and check out Gio Swaby's artwork and also Bruce Glen, okay? Go to that website and y'all can just, this collab is on the website, so y'all got to get this now, all right? More Charlie Bahama right after this. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. And brought to you by Superwash, where they washes you, dries you, presses you 24/7. And the Family Islands of the Bahamas, where Bahamas residents can fly free to the Family Islands with the 2 Fly Free promotion. Just go to BahamasResidents.com for more information. And your Bahamian Connection VIP Sean at Toyota of Hollywood. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back.
It's a used car mega sale at Craig's Inn's pre-auction sale center. Over 700 cars, trucks, and SUVs on sale at up to 50% less. Many vehicles priced under $10,000. Plus, get the factory new car warranty and a peace of mind 30-day return policy. Need credit? We love to say yes, you're approved at Craig's Inn's pre-auction sale center on 441 just south of Sheridan Street. PreauctionsaleCenter.com. Open till midnight.
Welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, all the way over here in Miami at the whole Art Basel, Untitled. I mean, is every art exhibit here at this Miami spot right now?
Right now.
And once again, we are here with, I guess, almost like our guest. I mean, or no, more our host. You're our host over here because we are here once again to see you guys at the Turn Gallery. But now it's a little different because before it was last year, which I liked much better, it was all women. And you were right on the other side, and now you're here with three guys, three fabulous artists. So tell me a little.
Which I like better. Now I'm with the guys. So I got three. It's also very different because last year it was like very colorful, like a lot of sequence, a lot of color. But we really wanted. You actually are dressed perfectly. We wanted to like throw away the ideas of the Caribbean that people think everything is like colorful. Everyone's happy all the time. So we came with a very different kind of a booth, a very like strong booth, black and white, very conceptual. And yeah, we brought three male artists that we work with and that we love. And we're doing amazingly. So we're really happy, always happy to represent the Bahamas 242 to the world. And that's it. So we've had a great fair and we'll continue to.
All right, well, let's talk to them. Oh, now Blue is over there. Blue is so... Blue, are you going to come? Blue said earlier, and this is Blue Curry over here, so everybody knows Blue. I mean, you've been in the art world for a while. How long have you been doing art?
At least, I mean, I had my first shows in Nassau in the late 90s, 2000s, yeah. I had a show at Central Bank, a solo show in 2000, so that's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time, all right. And Blue, as Blue said, I said, Blue, you got to come on the show, let's talk. He's like, listen, I'm an artist. I'm not a talker or a writer. If I was, I'd be a journalist or doing your show. But you got to tell me a little bit about your art. Now, we see over here, and George is going to get cutaways of that for you, this sort of installation. Is that what you would call yourself, an installation style artist?
I suppose so. Installation art, sculpture, and working with kind of not working in a traditional way, but working with objects, assemblage art. So what you're looking at are these pieces on the floor. They're usually square pieces that I call islands. And so each one is made up of decided materials that are really common and familiar to us in the Bahamas. Mostly they're used by the tourism industry and sort of they're images of the Bahamas. Like I don't know if I can kind of explain that.
No, I get it. Things that we sort of know as soon as we see them. Like any Bahamian walking by here will be like, Urch.
Yeah. I mean, you know what the conch shell is. You know what the hair braids are. But what they come to represent for an outside audience consuming the Bahamas, we end up being just hair braids or just conch shells. And so I work with those materials and try to flip them into a conceptual space to get people to understand that we can also smartly work with those materials that are kind of framing us and trapping us in stereotypes that the tourism industry, they sort of push these on us and their behaviors and motifs that become familiar, but they trap us. Yeah.
Well, for someone who says he doesn't like to talk, you really, I mean, that was deep, okay? I mean, it knocked my head, but that was really deep. But I really get it. I mean, because this is the thing with art, it's more than just what you see. But now I'm seeing this here. Tell me a bit about this.
Sure. So in considering how we're viewed by an outside audience and consumed, and that's what leisure aesthetics is. And so to take that and make it a bit more meta is to then brand it and turn it into a product. So leisure aesthetics is what we're selling ourselves on, and this the hats are I would call them sculpture, and they are now that meta object of leisure aesthetics of like this sort of Caribbean aesthetic that we sell ourselves on.
This is so funny because he says I don't say much. The rest of them have a lot to stick up to on that. Very good, Blue. Very good. Okay. Good to talk to you. Good to hear you. Good to hear you. I mean, you say a lot of Bahamians are smart. This one may not be so because, I mean, that was amazing. Amazing. Okay. Heino.
Hello.
We're here with Heino now. you have to top that. I mean, did you hear what he was saying? I mean, it's so
I hear it all
deep.
the time. I hear it all the time. We go way back.
I can imagine. I'm sorry. No, but no, that was amazing. I mean, this is the thing about art. It's just deeper than what you see. So tell us a little bit about some of your art and also what you're trying to convey.
For this exhibition or presentation, it's all work on paper. I draw quite a bit, and I get a lot of my inspiration just in my immediate area in Chippenham, in Nassau. And I just watch what people are doing, and I just make mental notes. And if something is interesting, if I see somebody doing something interesting that sticks with me over time, then I was like, let's figure it out through the drawing. So I participate in an environment just by filtering it through the work, very often, and and I interpret those into my drawings, and they end up being very rough over time. Like a lot of the paper, and people kind of get excited how rough everything is, but they have a ton of failed drawings underneath it, and then the surfaces build up over time, and erasure and adding, taking away, adding, taking away, and then over a period of time, I just end up with the work, and I'm like, this is the best I can do.
Well, you say a ton of failures, but it's more the foundation, right?
Yes, yeah. When I say failure, I like that. I like the work that goes behind it. Like I always, I save everything. My studio is just a pile of paper that I just revisit, and then, and it all becomes part of the history of it, and I like that, and yeah.
Heino, thanks so much for that, and we've been showing you all the work as we've been talking as well. So now we're gonna shift over to I call him Drew Cool. So he's Drew Cool because he's just over here being cool, and I love that T-shirt. I have that in fact, I've worn a T-shirt like that, Joy Division, on my show. But Drew Cool, it's Drew, but Drew Weech, right?
Yes, Drew Weech.
All right, Drew Weech. Now can we now get up and I want to see your work. All right, let's show people your work. Now, man, so Drew, here, tell us about your work here and why, what type of paint is this? Because it's just, you're using sort of black and white. I mean, so it's sort of using black and then bringing it out or bringing the light, or am I just being silly?
I use different types of black to sort of give you a sense of depth. Flash, acrylic, oil sticks, and I recently started adding figures to my work. Even though I always covered the same subject matter, I feel like the figures start to bring the stories to life a bit more. And so this represents kind of a departure from a more conceptual way of making work.
Now this is great, man. This is really cool work, and I guess because listen, your shirt matches. Did you do this on purpose?
No, I always wear dark colors. Yeah, so not on purpose.
So is your work usually this way, or do you also use color?
I only use color sparingly, kind of as an accoutrement to the rest of the work. But I thought I would challenge myself by removing color and just leaving you with the details of the work.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, it seems like there is a theme flowing through here with how others see us.
Yes.
Exactly. So
it was pretty cool to have a show where I got to exhibit with both Heino and Blue because they do tackle similar themes to what I do in my own work.
Yeah, very good. Well, listen, I appreciate all you guys. Last year was the girls, today is the guys, and it's fantastic. And we're gonna move on to other Bahamians here over in Miami. So come on back, Charlie Bahama. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page. Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here at Superwash. And you know how Superwash always have the latest and greatest model of washer and dryer? Well, they thought it's about time they get the latest supermodel as well.
Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Charlie Banana. Just because Superwash always changing and upgrading their machines, they gotta change those spokes, but they got the newest washer and dryer, and they always upgrading all their locations. And these two models, Ain't got change. Superwash. They wash you, cleans you, presses you 24/7.
It's a used car mega sale at Craig's Inn's pre-auction sales center. Over 700 cars, trucks, and SUVs on sale at up to 50% less. Many vehicles priced under $10,000. Plus, get the factory new car warranty and a peace of mind 30-day return policy. Need credit? We love to say yes, you're approved at Craig's Inn's pre-auction sales center on 441 just south of Sheridan Street. Preauctionsalescenter.com. Open till midnight.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and now we've moved over to Scope, and we have another fantastic Bahamian artist in the house, and this is the current, the gallery of the current Bahama's gallery, and this is Kachelle Knowles. KK.
Yes.
Now, I just said that, but you said people call you KK?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I guess it was obvious, right? But now tell me, you started off at the University of the Bahamas, but then you went on to Canada. Which school in Canada?
Emily Carr, University of Art and Design.
Oh, very good, very good. Now you're young, so you just graduated like last year or something?
Wow, I look that good?
I guess next to me you look young.
I graduated in 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you are at this for a while. So tell us a little bit about this work. Now you said we're sort of moving on down because you said this is some of the work you've done before, and that's some of the newer work, right? So tell us about like the media now. Is this, and I mean, what is the paper that you're doing your work on?
So the paper is like a printmaking paper. It's a tone paper because I wanted to sort of reflect the skin tone of the black body. The medium is a combination of graphite, gouache, ink, decorative paper. It's just a full mixed media thing going on.
Wow, it's cool. No, because from afar, and especially, it looked almost like brown paper bag. Like for that big one looked like brown paper bag for a bit. I mean, so tell me a little bit about where you get your inspiration from.
So for me, I have a lot of like close associations with men in my life. So for me, I find that men to be so much misunderstood. So for me, I'm trying to sort of like reflect my own understanding of what they're going through through my feminine perspective.
Okay. Well, if you want to find out more, we'll have a cup of coffee after. But anyway, I'll probably drive you crazy. But anyway, so let's walk down a bit more. Now, are these people that are real people, or are these are people in your imagination?
So actually, it's a combination of people that I know and people that I've sort of constructed digitally. A lot of the themes that I sort of have sometimes could be a little bit controversial, and what I don't want is for people to sort of identify who the person is and sort of connect them to the context of the work, because it could be separate. So I tend to change up their features to sort of protect their identity from the subject matter I'm talking about.
And what about this guy here? He's just hanging. Is this an ex-boyfriend or something?
Yeah.
I am just hitting it on with the KK and X. Wow.
Yeah, you're perfectly right.
Well, we really got to have a cup of coffee. I might need to get some stuff out of you. We can't say everything on here, right? Can we? See, she's speechless now. She's speechless. Look, she's blushing.
But for me, this is my most experimental piece. This is the largest, I would say, that I've done a hand-drawn image. I'm very proud of it, and I think that I'm kind of ready to see what other people have to say about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. You've captured like the feel of him, but you should go into like design too, because I like those pants.
Thank you.
You think you can make a pair of them for me?
I've actually done some design and product and merchandising before, so.
Wow. Wow, very good. Well, Kachelle, man, I am so happy that we are able to stop by here with John's. John is John, you can stand over there, or you can come over here. Oh, see? Nothing. I just want you to stand here. How are you? I'm good. So this is John, the genius behind the current. And but we just had me and Kachelle.
Kachelle's the real genius.
Okay. So you just ride on there.
I just ride on the wave of the talent of young people.
No, but
I've been doing that for decades.
Yeah. But the one good thing about people like you, you are obviously a celebrated artist yourself, but you have carried on the torch, and you're bringing other young artists over as well. You, Amanda, we're going all around, seeing all the Bahamians over here in Miami, which is amazing to see so many over here representing in Miami. So how does it make you feel to be over here with this big international, fair?
I mean, I think there's a couple of emotions. The first one is pride. I'm very happy for Kachelle and to see her doing her thing. This fair thing is relatively new for us. I mean, it is and it isn't. We've been to a bunch of fairs before, but you gotta it takes a while to master this arena.
Yeah.
And I think we're doing this year is going to be good because I think Kachelle's the right artist at the right time, and I think we're in the right fair. So I think it's going to be cool. But we want to see this type of platform happen in Nassau as well.
Yeah. Oh, Art Basel, Nassau.
Exactly.
Sounds good. Anyway, more Bahamian artists right here on The Charlie Bahama Show. Thank you, guys. The Charlie Bahama Show is brought to you by KFC. Ignite your senses with the exciting flavors of KFC. And brought to you by Superwash, where they washes you, dries you, presses you 24/7. And the Family Islands of the Bahamas, where Bahamas residents can fly free to the Family Islands with the 2 Fly Free promotion. Just go to bahamasresidents.com for more information. And your Bahamian Connection VIP Sean at Toyota of Hollywood. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back.
I always find new ways to connect. Even with those friends that are very, very far away. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is sharing. Because sharing a bucket with friends tastes finger-licking good.
Hey, thanks for watching the Charlie Bahama Show this week, and we have been all over, okay, and ending it right here. You can see the party. I say it's closing, but it looks like it's just about kicking off right in here. But you've seen all Bahamian artists all over, starting over at Claire Oliver's gallery right here where we began. Then we went all the way over to Scope, and then we saw all the folks over at Untitled. So all the Bahamians all over the place, man. They're just representing. And you should see, there's more Bahamians up in this place than in Nassau right now. All right, so just remember, please support Bahamian artists, whether they're in the Bahamas or abroad, because these Bahamian artists are doing big things all around the world. All right, and also when we're not on, you go to the Charlie Bahama Instagram page or the YouTube page. Please follow and subscribe, because the more you follow and subscribe, the more we can get the message out to all the people around the world. Okay, so until next time, Charlie Bahama.
Charlie Bahama Show. 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 Charlie Bahama Show.
Yeah.